what's happening, but something good is happening. Let's see if we start streaming, Meredith. Special guest star, Chance the dog.
As we're streaming.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Are you still there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. It says meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, we're going to try this news thing live. So welcome to MShift News. We might hear a dog barking in the background. We might hear
my smoke detector is randomly going off. There could be a smoke detector beep in the background.
But here's the deal, everybody. I got so crazy busy, and which is a great thing. And so we just thought, instead of inundating me with editing and keeping me locked in a dark room all like a troll, maybe we should just try the news live and give it a whirl, because there's actually so many things happening so often at this point with all the live streaming and all the excellent virtual concerts that are coming up. So we just decided, Meredith and I just talked about it, and we want to bring it to you live and in person. And we have a special guest today, and we're excited. He'll come and join us pretty soon.
He'll join us live.
So, yeah. But first, we want to bring you some updates. So I guess we're just gonna whirl with it. What do we have first? We have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee nominees.
Inductee nominees. I was like, just tell us who
won.
People. Like, what's going on? So here, I'm gonna just quickly do a rapid fire to you guys, which is Mary J. Blige, Kate Bush, Devo, the Foo Fighters, the Go-Go's, Iron Maiden, Jay-Z, Chaka Khan, Carole King, hello, in memoriam, Fela Kuti, who is no longer with us, LL Cool J, New York Dolls, Rage Against the Machine. Hi, Todd Rundgren. Hi, Michelle. Todd Rundgren. Whoop. Tina Turner and Dionne Warwick. Excuse me. Dionne Warwick. I was thinking of Diane Warren, trying to combine them. But
Diane Warren, the songwriter.
Which would be great. She's awesome too. But she is not a nominee this year. So it's Dionne Warwick at the end there. So this is going to be interesting. That's quite a list. Diverse list.
Very diverse list.
Yeah. So Carole King,
I'm surprised they haven't been inducted already, especially Tina Turner and Carole King.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's like
Jay-Z. That's pretty cool.
I was listening to Tapestry today, and I was thinking about when I worked at the Henson lot, and of course it was A&M when she recorded there, in Studio B, by the way. But I just, so much history on that lot, and Leland Sklar is coming up on our channel soon. I did an interview with him, and as you know, but I want to tell everybody that he tells a little story, because it was really James and Leland and Carole back in the early 70s. Yes. Oh, true. Yes, true.
Which is awesome.
And but it was just like he tells a story about how she kind of came in and said, I wrote these songs, you guys. It's like, okay.
Just like blasé about it. Like, I just wrote some songs. No big deal.
Yeah. And what's interesting about this album, Tapestry, too? I feel like for me, it was, I didn't even realize, like, it just kind of soaked into me over the years, but men feel very strongly about this album too, which is great, because I guess like sometimes you can say like, oh, that's just, that's kind of like the song. Men just appreciate and respect her so much, which is rightly so, so Carole King, you are amazing. And that is just, it should have happened way earlier, but here it is now. So, and so I guess like just go to, there's so much information about that and about these artists. And if you aren't familiar with some of these artists, I love the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame show because of that reason. Like when I don't know that much about someone, and then, their whole history is kind of laid out before you, which is kind of really cool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And always really cool performances.
That's true. Really excellent performances. So I think they're broadcasting that in the fall, is from what I understood from their website. So you guys can go check that out. Next, oh, I just wanted to bring up, did anybody see Madonna? I'm going to post some pictures of her that I kind of snapped. She was on Instagram Live, and this was obviously just recently in the past month when the shooting obviously happened on the same day as we got the verdict for Derek Chauvin. So it was a horrible. She just kind of took to the streets and was spray painting, or not spray painting. I'm sorry. She was putting up her own signs and gluing them to the sides of buildings and saying gun control now, we must do something. And I totally agree. So that's a little music and politics information for you guys. I just thought that was pretty badass.
Yeah, I think it's a really great way to bring attention to it. I also feel like Madonna is trying to make herself relevant.
That's true. Could be. We all need to stay relevant. And I think that's good. I think she combined, she took the opportunity to be relevant and to say, hey, I feel very strongly about this situation anyway. And I'm a celebrity and I'm a leader and I'm going to do this. And and also, it's a press opportunity in a way, but I think the motivation was pure. She seems pretty just wanting to do whatever she wants these days.
Which is awesome. And she
I like older Madonna.
Yeah, she deserves to be able to do whatever she wants for sure.
Oh yeah. I feel like it's earned
at that point.
Right. I just wanted to say, although I didn't know him personally, I just wanted to say one more goodbye to Al Schmidt. He was a legendary sound engineer. I believe he was in his early 90s, and it seemed like he would always be. I even have him on my list of oh yeah, I gotta call Al, but this is what's happening is we're losing people. And Al Schmidt, he's just such a peppy guy, and you see interviews with him, or you maybe see him across the room or whatever, and just take people for granted, I think, a little bit. And I just wanted to say goodbye. He passed away, and a lot of people were, very close to him, and he's just kind of like the glue. He was at Capitol Studios for years and years and years, and as well as independent as well. And then we lost DMX, which was also quite sad. And if you're not familiar with some of the old school music, you better get on it, because DMX I remember being really whoa, who's that? And just because people run into issues in their personal life and maybe they're affected and they have a little roller coaster with that, don't count them out, because he had a lot to say and was actually pretty wise dude. And I followed him a little bit over the past 7 years, because I was kind of checking in. I always like to what does that artist need? Can I help them? Can I send them an email? I don't know DMX. I didn't know anybody that knew him, but I'm sure he had a lot of people, a lot of support. And it's unfortunate that we lost him at 50, because, that's only midway. And I just want to say goodbye. And I just want to honor those names, because they did change music.
And thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Yep. All right. What's next, Meredith? Oh, all right. Why don't we have some new music.
New music.
Whoop, whoop.
Are you going to talk about Snoop Dogg's new album?
Nope. So I want to, because he seems to want to, and he is great. I've been editing late night, as you guys know, and then I get up, I take a break, or I'm out putting something, and then I go on Instagram and there's Snoop Dogg, smoking a blunt and hey, what do you guys think? And I was just it's such a different era. I can hang out with Snoop and send him a comment. He's so hey, Allison, it's a weird life.
I remember my sister's 21st birthday. She was out here, and we took her when nightclubs were really big back in the day. And I forget, I can't remember what it's called, but all I know is that Snoop Dogg was there, and he had an entire posse around him. And I was and it was just pretty cool that my sister could say on her 21st birthday, she went to a club in Los Angeles and Snoop Dogg was there. I was that's pretty much the coolest thing that could happen on your 21st birthday.
That would be so cool right now, even.
Yeah.
And I only got Suge Knight, who scared us.
Suge Knight is scary for sure.
Sorry, Suge. You're probably just a sweet teddy bear. But yeah, he has a new album. What's it called? From the Streets to the Sweets. From the Streets to the Sweets. So that is popping. It's already dropped. And then this was a new artist that I saw, Jessie Ware. I'll put her YouTube link. She's pretty cool. I just want to, like, sometimes I come across these artists and I feel like they get a mention, you know. Yeah. Otherwise I post them like crazy and try to do that. So I just, Jessie Ware, check her out. She's on YouTube.
Check her out. Yeah, I like her a lot. Lucas Nelson and The Promise of the Real have a new single, and we love them here. Perennial Bloom. And did Joel Eccles, is he the engineer on that album, or he's live, only does the live stuff?
He does the live stuff, but I think that he also does the recording, especially, like, I know that they're coming up with some new stuff. So he's been with them doing some stuff here and there locally. And yeah, so I don't know the answer to that, Joel. I'm sorry. I'm going to look it up about the Perennial Bloom, but most likely, because Joel's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's Joel Eccles.
He is stoking that fire. Yeah.
He's such
Lana Del Rey has a new album.
Hey, Lana Del Rey.
Blue Banisters. You can listen to that on Pitchfork. They do, or not yet, it's dropping, but there's some teases on Pitchfork's great. Yeah. They are such a wonderful
resource.
Outlet. Is that the word? And then Counting Crows have their first album in 7 years that drops May 21st. It's called Butter Miracle Sweet One, and 11 Boots is the first single from that. That'll be fun. I love the Counting Crows.
That will be. And you know what I want to say about them is that I was like a late Counting Crows fan. I know I was late to the party. But I think that I really love the fact that they sound one way when they play live, and then one way. It's almost like you get two bands. That kind of thing used to piss me off, but it doesn't anymore. I was like, oh, that's so cool that they have that diversity. Like they were able to go in and still sound not too produced in their earlier stuff anyway, by my standards. But then it was like cool because I then saw them perform, I don't know, on SNL or on some live concert on TV. And I was like, wow, that's like a totally different Counting Crows. I couldn't put it together quite. And I'm really excited about what they're going to do now, you know?
Yeah, me too. I've
like if they were selling tickets, I haven't either. And because I'm so into that now, I feel like they're a must-see live band.
Yeah.
I feel like that. And maybe I'm wrong. Tell me your opinion in the comments about the Counting Crows. I'm stoked on it. I would totally pick up a live venue ticket if they were selling. So looking forward to live music. Come on back, live music. Please come back. But speaking of this, I'm going to post it too. And forgive me, Chris sent this to me. I'm going to find it right now as I'm talking. But Chris Angeles is coming up on our show. We have 2 sessions with her and an interview coming up. And she was telling me that she is going to Monterey and she is going to Pasanga Winery on Sunday afternoon at Scheid Winery. Okay, so I hope that's correct. There? She is. She's playing. Cool. I was just saying, speaking of live music, it's so exciting. So
that sounds nice. Glass of wine and Chris Angeles, and she has that beautiful Sunday afternoon vibe.
That's going to be so fun. I wish I could like cruise up there, but it's Mama's Day, and I think that I'm doing stuff. Somebody has something going on. So cool. This is awesome. So let's see. I know that we have okay, so we hit all of those things. Lana, the Counting Crows. Should we invite our new guest in? Is he in the waiting room?
Yeah, he said, let me text him. He said to text him.
Go ahead. We have a special guest, you guys, coming on today. And so we're super stoked. We like to find new music and we like to present it to you guys. So
yes, that's what it's all about for sure. And these are some friends of ours, and this is their debut album, and they're called
Elephant Bird.
Elephant Bird. I just
Elephant Bird. I know. I was like, I want to call them Elephant Moves, but It's Elephant Bird. It's a duo. And the album is called Little Moves.
Little Moves debut album. And it's it's Kevin de Toledo and Ziad Fattah. They're like multi-genre, folk indie kind of meets hip hop. They have some cool they feature some other singers. They feature some like spoken word poetry stuff. Yeah, I really like it. And Kevin's going to chat with us right now for a minute. Tell us a little bit about it.
I'm going to let him on in.
Kevin, let him on in.
Okay, Kevin. He's connecting to us. Come on in, Kevin. Okay, what's happening with my stuff? Hold on.
Says he's connecting to audio.
Good. We're excited to. I haven't met Kevin. I met him only by FaceTime. And let's see. There he is.
Kevin.
Hi. How you doing, man?
Can you hear us?
We're waiting. Oh, he can't hear us, but he's waiting. He's changing it. He's doing something. He still can't hear us. Tech difficulties, live stream happen sometimes. Let's see. Are you unmuted? Let's see, guys. Do. I don't have you as muted. You want to go out and come back in?
He can't hear us. I'll text him.
Yeah, I don't have any. Let's see, guys. Sorry, I went off for a second just to fix the tech problem. So let's see. Test speaker, CMS system, input. Maybe this input isn't working for him somehow. Turn on original sound from microphone. I don't have mute for him. Mute my mic when I'm joining. Okay, well, this is fun. Let's see if I can just turn off my Rode Mini and maybe that would work. Oh, are you there?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, we got him.
Yay!
Live streaming.
Technology at its finest. My earbuds disconnected. Wouldn't stay on.
Of course.
It's
technology
totally it's just how it is these days. I mean, this is like we're living in this era of like, okay, hold on, everybody.
It's always an experiment. We were just talking about Elephant Bird, and we know that Ziad, your partner, cannot be here. He had a dental procedure, so he's healing up.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I actually know Kevin. He did the music for the independent pilot I produced, which was awesome. And I was like, oh my God, this guy is so good. So I'm so happy
Ziad was my partner on that as well.
That's right. Yeah. So they're sharing their debut album with us, which I've gotten to listen to. I was telling, the viewers, it's sort of a multi-genre, folk, indie meets hip hop. You have some like special guests and there's some poetry.
Yeah.
All different sorts of vibes.
Yeah, I think we touch a little bit on everything. Like you said, it's a pretty eclectic album. And the process itself was different for all of us because we all worked remotely because of COVID in this past year. So I would get files from Ziad and I would put things together and build the songs up and then strip them down. And it was just a process of like emailing and uploading and downloading and back to technology.
Speaking of like tech, what do you use to transfer when you do that? Are you doing like WeTransfer? Are you like, how do you share audio files with each other?
We did emails primarily because they were shorts. He emailed me the riffs and then we would put them together to create the longer riffs. So it was a process of, it was really a tedious process, but it was fun. It was a learning experience, definitely. Yeah. And, and every song started differently. We built each song from a different instrument up. Everything started from the drums, and then we would build, one song from the bass line up, and then another one from the piano. Alchemic. I had a beat that I had already made that had samples involved, and I sent it to Ziad, see if this is something that he wanted to mess with, and so we built that song from the samples up,
Okay.
the piano sample, and the challenge in that one was to not make it sound cheesy, like we're trying to make a beat into a live song, and you know, sometimes when you combine samples with live instruments, they clash and it doesn't work properly, and that was really a challenge for us to have that one come out the way it came out.
It's so impressive. And like you said, you're kind of experimenting. It's the first time you're doing it with this process. You can't be together. You know what I mean? Like you said, just tedious, the back and forth of the technology side. And then what you guys created was just so, like, I'm really loving the song Transplant.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I was like, oh, the intro kind of has like this Broken Bells feel. You know what I mean? Like, and then I love that. Is it like a classical guitar in it at some point?
I would say it's closer to, I guess the closest I could think I could relate it to would be like a flamenco.
Yeah.
Okay. With some like kind of some funk behind it.
Yeah.
But that song features a woman named Sassy Ann. She's from Amsterdam.
Oh, okay.
She does a lot of the vocals on that one. There's a lot of collaborations on just about every song. I think the one song there's no collaboration on is an instrumental called Interstate 555, and that one's just meant to give you a break from all the rest of the heady and information on the album.
Well, I wanted to. Oh, go ahead, Meredith.
No, go.
Well, this is live. I was just thinking, I just wanted to ask you how you guys, when you said that, you know, that you're kind of merging all these sounds together, do you think that's born from the fact that Ziad is from kind of like is he from the folk funk kind of, folk funk, and then you kind of had the hip hop, the beats kind of thing, and then you guys merged together? How were you doing, you know, separately? And then how did you bring those two kind of backgrounds together, if that's indeed where you come from?
Yeah, Ziad is, I would say he's more well-versed in his background of music. I mean, he's played everything from, like you said, funk to folk, and you know, lots of stuff in between. And so that's a major influence. And then my hip hop influence kind of brought the backbeat to it, the breakbeat, which is where everything started. I would send him the drums, and then he would add a bass line or a guitar riff or a piano, or in the instance of Alchemic, it started from the sample, like I said. So everything, I mean, it's all our influences. And for me, being a hip hop producer, you know, I'm influenced by so many kinds of music: jazz, soul, reggae, dub, folk music. You know, I've had a lot of influences over the years. So that's, you know, it merged well. I feel it was definitely a collaborative effort in many ways, in more ways than one.
Yeah. How did you find the other people that you collaborated with, like Sassy Ann and some of these others?
Sassy Ann, well, a guy named Anachron is through the Peanut Gallery Network is putting out our album, and
oh, nice.
And Sassy Ann is a member of the Peanut Gallery.
Okay.
So when we gave him the stuff that we wanted to put on the album, he was like, "Oh, I know someone would be perfect for this song." And we were thinking we were done with it, and then you know, she sent us her vocals, and she really gave new life to the song. You know, a life that we didn't expect it to have. Okay. So. And then also, Anachron introduced us to Dana Anderson, who did the spoken word song on the album. And that song, she actually wrote the poem to Interstate 555. But but at the time we felt we wanted to keep that song as kind of that break in the album.
Right.
So this is the only song where we built it around somebody else's vocals.
Oh, cool.
So we built that song around her vocals, and she's from Chicago.
Okay.
Nathan Nice, who's the rapper on Sweeter, he's a good friend of mine. We go way back. And Annie C. Wright did the poem on Little Moves. That's my wife. So that's the connection there.
Nice. Nice.
And yeah, and
Fun.
and then Greta Hernandez, who's also featured on a couple of the songs and one of the intros, is Ziad's girlfriend. So she participated in the album. So it's really kind of a family affair.
I was just gonna say the family affair. Oh my gosh. It's so good though. I feel like, I don't know what you guys think. I was thinking about this today, and I feel like that's happening more often, because I was listening to Tapestry as well as your stuff today. I was kind of just like going all over the place, and I was thinking, gosh, oh, those were the days where people just like, knew each other and started working. But that's happening more now than ever, probably. We're all sitting around going, hey, we got to like keep going and keep working, keep merging. And when you can work with your people that know you the best, that's the best. That's the most valuable.
Yeah, no, it definitely helps. And then, Anachron welcoming us into the Peanut Gallery Network really opened us up too to those collaborations. So I mean,
when was that formed, the Peanut Gallery Network?
Mid-90s, around between 95, 97.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like a worldwide network. There's members in Japan, Amsterdam, South America, Chicago, all over the place, New Mexico.
So this is it's a big deal to be with these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and everyone in the network has been extremely welcoming.
Amazing.
So great. It's so great. I encourage all artists to get with, whether it's like the Americana, Music Association, or the whatever. There's a lot to where you can find your fit out there, but that's so valuable as an artist, as a musician. Definitely. To get that connection. I always say it, whether you're selling insurance, shoes, or presenting your material, it's like you still have to have a network. And so this is the era to get on a Zoom or get on a call with people. So like we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like now I love learning new things like that. So thank you for sharing that.
What's what is the next step for you guys? So once the album drops, like do they have a plan? Like what are they projecting for you to do once you release it?
Well, the album drops tomorrow, May 7th, 2021. So thank you guys for having us or me on, before the album drops. I think our next plan is we want to come back with you guys and do a little live something if that's on the table. And, and we're looking to get out there and do some live shows. We just, we need to rehearse and figure out how the album's going to translate live.
Right.
Because the album was primarily created between Ziad and I, with the other collaborations, and the other collaborators are kind of scattered around the world.
Yeah, right. So cool.
Yeah, the challenge now is figuring out how the album's going to translate live.
Yeah, right.
So we're gonna work on that next. That's our next goal.
Yay! Well, we can't wait to have you guys on, and when Ziad's feeling better, and now that things are opening up, people are getting vaccinated, and you guys can be in the same room together and play music together. That'll be really fun. And we'll link all your stuff below in the comments. You guys check out Elephant Bird. Again, the album drops tomorrow. It's called Little Moves. I'm loving it.
Me too. I got the chance to, and I wanted to just mention one more thing. Can I post those videos too? Were those YouTube links, or are they videos? you sent me some videos
Yeah,
of your stuff.
they are on YouTube. I can send you the links.
Great.
Or,
I have them, I think.
Or if you have the videos.
SoundCloud links, I think.
Yeah. Any which way, we're going to post those so people can check it out, because they're visually really, really cool.
Yes.
And I want people to see and hear, because it's just like that really adds to that whole experience. So aesthetically.
Definitely. And Anacron put those videos together. Like Ziad and I filmed the footage, and Anacron masterfully put all those videos together and did each one uniquely different to the next one. And I think he did a fantastic job.
Yeah, amazing. It is so amazing what, now with this new technology, and I know, like you said, it's much more tedious, but like what you can accomplish not even being with each other. It's unbelievable. Or having somebody in Amsterdam or Chicago, or it's crazy. Well, thank you, Kevin, so much.
Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. And I look forward to the next time we can meet up.
Us too. And happy release day tomorrow. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Awesome.
Bye.
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 Are we doing this right?
Yeah. Oh, we did it. That was our first, you guys. That was our first, like, pipe somebody in. And
live. Yeah. Thanks, Kevin, for experimenting with us. That went great.
For helping us. And I love that. That's so great. And we're going to do more of that too, where we're going to have people pop on our new segments, because we're just about our business, and we're about the business of making music and helping you guys get, exposure, or just having great icons on and having conversations and featuring new artists too. And just really, again, just bringing it back to the cohesiveness of the music community. That's really kind of our theme. And I feel like all music, there's tons of music shows, there's tons of session shows. We're a little different because we're bringing you like a human story, as well as tech, as well as sessions. And so we've bitten off a big portion to chew, but we're going to do just that. We're going to keep going. And, Meredith and I have been talking about the dream of a music studio one day, or a studio where we can just walk in and it's ours. Yeah. That's pretty expensive in California. And we're in our garages and such for now. And we're like redoing stuff, and everybody's done that. And Mark Maron started in his garage doing his podcast.
Yeah.
But my point is that we are going to, at some point, put some Venmo links up. Don't get scared, or buy me a coffee. That is just because this is expensive to up our game. We've been doing it for, just out of pocket for about 4.5 years. And now we want to get up our game so that we can have more facilities to have these great guests in, and have a legit engineer like my friend Jesse String, if he would be so kind. But he's, like an award-winning engineer. So I have to pay Jesse String because he's well worth it. So I don't ask people to work for free. I try to give them something when I hire a crew, but now is the time to step up our game. And so help us to help you, not to quote Jerry Maguire, but I'm going to, but help us to help you, because that's my heart, and that's Meredith's heart. And that's the heart of the show, is the music community, and connecting you guys too. Like so we're going to be doing that. Not yet, not today. Don't get nervous, but we will be putting it up. And that's my big ask.
You enjoy what you're seeing, you're having fun,
Yeah. And if you enjoy listening to me on a better microphone, like these little babies by Rode, I got a Rode Mic Mini. This is awesome. I love this microphone so far. And, I like good tech. And so buy me a coffee. No, I love you guys. You know my heart. Okay, let's go back to it, Mare Bear. I used our secret name. Don't anybody quote me on that one. That's just for Meredith and me.
Oh, there's
okay, so
live streams. There's speaking of, the human connection conversation. There's KCRW is putting on an event called the Mental Health Music Festival.
Yes.
And it's also put on by Sound Mission. And it's the Sound Mind Mental Health Music Festival. So that's May 20th. It's going to be in Ventura, but it's a live stream. You can get your tickets on KCRW, or you can go to Sound Mission, Sound Mind, and Fits in the Tantrum, All Time Low, artists. And yeah, they're all about stigmatizing mental illness, or I like to use mental health because I don't like to say illness with that. But it's really great that these conversations are, you know, more in the mainstream now. It's not as stigmatized. It's not as taboo to talk about it. And it's even cooler to bring music in, connect people. And, you know, there's a lot of musicians out there that have mental health struggles, because sometimes I think when you're so creative and your brain works so much in a certain way, there are some other anxieties and things that come along, like with having a very active and creative brain, just like, you know, with artists as well, visual artists. Or so I think it's a good thing to talk about, especially in the music industry. So yeah, check that out.
Yeah, and I wanted to also mention, on the tail of me doing the big ask, I'm glad you mentioned this, because one of my big things that I want to focus on, you guys, and when we do give to charities from Musicianship, is I want to support mental health in the music industry and all the arts, but since we're talking about music, in the music industry. So one of the things that I would love to give to coming up is the Born This Way Foundation, which was started by Stephanie, aka Lady Gaga, Stephanie Giamatti. But I just wanted to say that Lady Gaga and her mother have started Born This Way Foundation, and they were, and I'm not sure if they're still doing this. I might have mentioned this before, and if I did, forgive me, but I feel like it's so important, is they are looking for advisory board members. And this advisory board is like kids from starting with kids, 15, all the way up to adults at 24. So 15 to 24. I'm not sure if that deadline's still happening, but they'll probably keep doing that off and on. And if you don't know about that foundation, please look it up, because they are doing some really cool things, and they're really passionate about, Lady Gaga's passionate about mental health because she struggled herself with trauma. So yeah, check it out. Check out her story as well. And and don't forget to check out Joel Eccles has Monday streaming or playing streaming. I guess we call it streaming, right? On Clubhouse, on the Clubhouse app, every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, since we were, sorry, I just had to look this up really quickly because I couldn't remember the name of it, since we were talking about.
Yeah, go for it. You guys, sometimes we're going by the seat of our pants.
Yeah,
so exactly. With us.
Music Cares. That's been around for a long time, and that's something we could donate to as well. And that supports a safety net for, you know, musicians, and especially at this time, especially if you're a touring musician or you're a sound engineer and you're not touring, and it's all changed.
And you know who gives to them? That I was on the Village website today, the Village Studios, or the Village Recorder. I don't know. I know they changed their name years ago, but they also give to Music Cares, and they like house people, musicians that have, you know, no place to live, and they're about to be homeless, or they pay bills, or there's a huge budget, and when you give to them, that money goes into that budget to clothe and house people. Time. And I hope to follow up. I was thinking it would be cool to do some kind of like follow up with somebody that's been affected, a musician that's been affected, and given like their life was changed or something. I'm sure there are many stories about Music Care. So I'm going to find out more about that. And I think they also deal with addiction and things like that. And there's a whole subset from the Recording Academy. Yeah. So, it's so wonderful. What a wonderful foundation. Yeah. So we should get somebody on from that too, to talk about that. Also, Paul McCartney is live streaming on Instagram. You have to see. It's so cute.
He's so awesome.
So great. He's so smart and so cute and so great.
His albums and like doing remixes to his album.
Yeah. Reimagined, right?
Yes. Reimagined. That's the one.
Yeah, we covered that a little bit, I think, on the first news, but I just thought that was great that he's kind of doing what we're doing right now, and just like he had St. Vincent on, and you know, just that he's awesome. He's still just awesome. Hi, Paul. I don't know if I'll ever meet you, but you are a wonderful man. And River's haircut, my little boy, who's 7.5, it looks like Paul McCartney's. It's like his new, like how Paul McCartney's like so hip and like has his hair all cool. Like River's like growing his hair long because he saw Lucas Nelson's hair and Joel Eccles' hair, and he's seeing all me talking to like Leela. They all have long hair, and he's like, I'm growing my hair out. So yeah, check out Paul. And let's see what else is happening.
You said Monday Hotel Cafe, but did we already talk about the 20? We did talk about the 20 years and 20 days.
We did. You can mention it again because it's on IGTV. But yeah, they're streaming videos. It's still happening. It's still fun and it's still wonderful. So I think we covered all our coverage.
All our coverage for today.
Check back with us next week.
Kevin, for coming on.
Thank you so much. And
is the band name Kevin and Ziad, and we'll have them back to do live stuff. But in the meantime, check them out.
We'll put those links down for you guys. And Meredith, thanks for doing this with me.
Thanks, Allison. My
pleasure. Hi, Meredith, a coffee.
Yeah.
Hi, Meredith, a glass of champagne.
Yeah.
Meredith has been faithful to musicianship since like 2017, 2018. I don't know. Seems like she's always been by my side anyway.
It's my pleasure.
I love you, Meredith.
You teach me so much, especially about the tech stuff that I'm pretty naive about. I'm like, wait, what? What do I do?
I'm still learning too. And I see sun rays are above my head. Look, It must be. I'm not, hopefully I'm not gonna like.
My cats are all like, when are you feeding? They're looking at me. They're like, it's time for us to be fed.
It's time. And we have sun rays from heaven. So it's time. Bye everyone. Thank you for joining us for Musicianship live stream. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.